Hello, my name is Nathan Moynihan, Nathen, Moynihan, M as in Monday, Oynihan. My person number is 752211. I'm from Akron, Ohio. My birthday is June 25th, 1989. I'm serving prison time for killing my child-touching father.
Hello, this is a prepaid call from
Moynihan.
an inmate at the Grafton Correctional Institution. To accept this call, press 0. To refuse, this call is from a correction facility and is subject to monitoring and recording. Thank you for using GTL.
Hello?
Hey, what's going on? Who am I speaking with?
Nathan Moynihan.
Nathan, spell your last name?
Moynihan.
Okay, Moynihan. What are you locked up for?
Voluntary manslaughter and felonious assault.
Alright, you want to talk?
Yes, I do.
Alright, start from the beginning. What happened?
Well, I killed my dad with a hammer, and you mean start from when I was little?
Sure.
Okay, he used to molest me and my sisters and rape us and make us watch porno and all this other stuff, and he'd always dominate me, and he made me confused of I'm not gay or nothing, but when I was younger I was confused and I didn't know what to do because I would play with my sister and be raped by my dad, you know what I mean? And when I grew up, this happened from when I was 7 to 17, and then I didn't know he was doing it to my sisters. My sister Savannah, she passed away. She was going through it and on drugs and prostitution and stuff, and she was 1 year older than me, and she overdosed on heroin because she couldn't handle it no more, and I can understand why I couldn't handle it no more either. But when we were 13 or 14, she told that my dad was doing this to us, but I
This call is originating from an Ohio correctional facility and may be recorded and monitored.
denied it because I didn't want to go back to the foster home, because I was in the foster home from 3 to 6. My dad got custody of us when we were 6. But so one day I just snapped on him because he was always yelling at me I'm 32 now, but I'm a little guy. I'm 5'7", 130. You know what I mean? And my dad's 6'2", 190. And he would always yell at me, and still today he would yell at me. Not today, but you know what I mean. And he'd always yell at me and stuff like that. And then and just one day I snapped and beat him in the head with a hammer.
When did it occur?
February 20th, 2017. And then he went to the...
Tell me about the day that it happened. What was the day? What happened?
I was at my friend's house, and I woke him up, told him I'm leaving. I rolled some cigarettes, and I told my friend, I was messing around. I told him I was going to come up, make some money today, because it was Saturday, and we didn't have to work or anything. I just wanted to feel better about myself. So I made a cup of coffee, and I grabbed a couple of cigarettes, and I left, and I went to my aunt's house, and, I went to my aunt, that's where my dad was staying at, with my aunt's house. It was a normal day. It's a normal day, but I have, I don't know what it's called. I don't want to say I'm schizophrenic, but I would hear voices and stuff, a month before this happened, and, this guy that lives with my aunt and my dad, he would come out and start coughing, and he kept on saying, take out the trash, Nate, take out the trash. And so I assumed they were talking about my dad, because, I assumed, it got to the point where I thought people were making fun of me, because they knew what happened to me growing up, and I was not man enough to handle it by myself. So that's half the reason why I did it, because I thought everybody knew. Anything that would happen, people talk, and they grab their junk sometimes. I'm like, why do they do that? Why do they do that? And I always thought people knew that they were laughing at me because I wasn't man enough. So I just grabbed the hammer, and my dad was watching Deadpool, and he got up, and I smacked him in the head, and he got knocked out. And you may go full detail, or?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I smacked him in the head, and he backed out, because I assumed he was coming at me, because he moved pretty fast, and he's a big dude, you know what I mean? So I grabbed the hammer, and I smacked him in the head. He backed up and lay on the couch, and then I hit him again, hit him 4 or 5 more times in the side of the head. And then I went and washed the hammer off. And then I came back, and I looked at it for a little bit. I went back in the bathroom, and I grabbed the hammer again, and I started hitting him some more. I hit him a lot of times. And so when I was done, I went to put well, I went to wash the hammer off in the bathroom again, and I put it down. I came over, and I went to go put him. I put his legs up so he's laying down, and he was crawling off like with his arms. He was like, and I went down. And I grabbed the hammer again. And I came back, and I leaned down and I whispered, "Die!" And I started hitting him again, hitting in the same spot, in the head. And that's when I noticed a lot of blood was coming out. And then I pushed him back up on the couch, and I went and washed the hammer off again. And I came back, and he sat up, and he had his hands out, and he was like, "Oh," like a zombie. And he laid back down, and I covered him up, and I started hitting him again. I got the hammer one more time, and I started hitting him and hitting him and hitting him and hitting him. And then I washed the hammer off, and the one guy that lives there, he looked at me. I don't know because he didn't say he saw anything in the police report. I don't know if he was scared or what, but he looked, his jaw was dropped because it was, "You're an asshole." I'm like, "Yeah," but and I nicely said, I'm like, "Do you have a cigarette?" Because I wasn't panicked or nothing. I was calm and, just a regular guy. I wasn't high or nothing. And so we went into the back room where him and his wife stays. We passed my aunt's room, and she looked at me, and so he made me a cigarette, and it was all fucked up. And movie Psycho, when he's in the straitjacket and he's laughing.
Yeah.
I never seen the movie, but it was on, and his wife was watching it. I'm like, "Look, that's me." And she's like, "I told you Nate was nuts. I'm Nate." And he threw me a cigarette, and it was all fucked up, and he called me a dickhead earlier, so I called him a dickhead. And I grabbed my coat, grabbed my book bag, and I just walked around Akron, Ohio. That's where I'm from, is Akron, Ohio. And I started walking around, the cops pulled up, and first I went to my sister's mom's house, and I told her, I said, "Look, I'm going to jail for, this is like 1 o'clock in the morning."
This call is originating from an Ohio correctional facility and may be recorded and monitored.
I went to my sister's mom's house, and I knocked on the door, and I put my hands up because I assumed that they already knew. I put my hands up so they didn't think I had a weapon or anything. Her husband opened the door, and she's like, "Is Kylie here?" My sister. She goes, "No." He's like, "No, I'll get Tanya, the mom, my dad's ex-wife." So she comes to the door, and I told her, I was like, "Look, I'm about to go to jail for a long time. I just hit Danny, my dad, in the head with a hammer." And that's all I said. And I gave her a hug, and I walked out. And then I went to my other sister's house, and I told her everything that happened. She's like, "All right, go to sleep." And I had the best sleep for a couple hours. I had the best sleep I've ever had in my life, Anthony, I'm telling you. And her husband woke me up by my aunt, the lady it happened at. She called them, and she was yelling, and he woke my sister up, and she goes, Nate's got to go. Nate's got to go. I don't want to be accused of whatever you get accused of being with the person who did it. I don't know what he said. I forget. But I was like, I didn't do anything. And I grabbed the book bag. My sister gave me $5, and I walked out. And then next thing I know, the cops pulled up, and they were all nice to me. They were just asking me my name and stuff like that. And I told them, and they're like, "All right, you're gonna go talk to some detectives." And I went to go talk to some detectives, but I told them, I said, "I want a lawyer 3 times," and they still kept on asking questions. But they gave me, I was looking at murder, capital murder, death row. Then they dropped it down, because he didn't die until 40 days later, because I beat him until he had he was 5% brain capacity. And they pulled the plug finally after 4 days. And so they dropped my murder charge to voluntary manslaughter 10 years, and then they gave me a felony assault 8 years because, I don't know why actually, but they gave me the felony assault, but I got 18 flat time, and I can get out in 3 more years with judicial, because I've been locked up 6 years now.
How do you feel about what you did?
I honestly, not trying to sound like a psychopath, but I feel fine. I don't feel wrong. I don't feel like I did anything wrong. I feel great. I feel like I used to work out a lot and listen to rock music, like Slash music, and I think I was holding all this hate because of him. I would get drunk and go walking up and down the street and yelling curse words in the middle of the night. I feel like I took handle of what was bothering me, and I honestly believe anybody should do it. I mean, if the case is right, I think they should do it too.
Yeah, I mean, no, he sounded like he got what he deserved.
Yeah, and the whole courtroom was for me. My whole family was there for me. My son's mom was there for me. It wasn't even my family. My family's trash, but my dad's ex-wife's family was there for me. All my sisters were there. My brothers were there. Every court date, my dad's ex-wife Tanya, the lady I talked to that night, she was there. Every court date, everybody was there for me. And then it made not newspaper, but I guess there's an article on the internet.
When are you up for parole?
No, not parole. I get judicial in 3 years. I get out in 18 years. Well, right now I get out in 12 years because I've been.
This call is originating from an Ohio correctional facility and may be recorded and monitored.
Honestly, I got stopped on the wrist. I got 18 flat, and I've been locked up 6 years, so I get out in 12, or I can get out in 3 years on judicial.
What's judicial mean?
Like, you do half your time, like 9 years would be my half time, so you can get out, but you still have to go on probation, and I will still have 12 years over my head. If I fuck up, then they're going to send me back for 12 years.
How did you get my number? Did somebody posted it up in a day room?
Yep, there's the whole thing about it is posted up.
Wow, that's awesome because no prison does that. I never heard of that.
They put it up. They put everything up. I'm in Grafton, Ohio, so it's more like a day camp. It's like there's no fights that happen. There's no drugs. There's no nothing. And I'm blessed that I'm here. You know, I'm not gonna be anywhere else. Do you have a JPay? Yes, I do. But yes, I do. I do. You want to let me know?
Yeah. What's your JPay?
Nathan Moynihan.
Okay.
You need my number?
Yeah.
752211.
752211.
Nathan is Nathen.
They threw a curveball. Instead of the A, they threw an E.
Yeah, you know what? My mom, she lost custody of me when I was younger, when I was 3. Well, when I was first born, they took me away from my mom, and I met her when I was 3, but I met her again when I was 19, which was a waste of my life. But anyway, she's still today, like, she's my friend now because I killed my dad, which is wrong, because you shouldn't love me because I did that, you know what I mean? But you should be my mom no matter what. You know what I mean? Good times, bad times, whatever. But anyway, she swears up and down that when I was born, she put an A on the birth certificate, and she did it. She swears up and down, and she's lost her mind.
So, when this happened, what was your job? What did you do for a living?
I was working at Armor Source in Hebron, Ohio, and we make Army helmets, Army helmets, bulletproof vests, and that's how I was making Army helmets. In Hebron, Ohio. I was making $11 an hour, and I was working from 5:30 to 5:30 every day, and weekends were mandatory.
Hebron is right outside of Cleveland?
Hebron. No, it's right outside Heath, Ohio, by Newark, Ohio. It's a little hick town. All three of them are. Newark is where my son's born, and Heath is right outside of that, and right outside of Heath is Hebron, Ohio.
What was your dad's name?
Daniel Lee Moynihan.
Did they have a funeral for him, or did he just get cremated?
Yeah, they had a funeral, but they also cremated him too.
So did they bury his ashes, or they just kept it in the house somewhere?
They put them in little necklaces. That's what I was told, and no one cares though. I know it sounds fucked up, but like my brother don't want them, my sister don't want the ashes. The only one that wants the ashes is his sister, my Aunt Teresa.
Do you know where the crime committed, or do you know where the crime occurred? Where was it?
Akron, Ohio, on Harrison Court. It's right behind Thornton Avenue, right behind Hell's Angels Clubhouse. But it's on Harris. It's one street with 2 houses. My aunt's and somebody else's, and it's called Harris Court.
And so, was there anybody in your family that was like, "Oh man, I really miss Daniel"?
His sister, Teresa, and maybe her daughter. That's about it. And everybody, even my cousin Tiffany, it's my dad's cousin's on my side. You know what I mean? Like, they're all on my side. And I feel I'm happy. You know what I mean? Like I feel like I didn't.
I'm on your side. Yeah, he's a piece of garbage. And no, you did.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, man, I mean, I wish I were the judge in your case. I would have just gave you I'd have gave you 6 months of Boy Scout training or something like that.
Yeah. I was asking to go to military prison, but they don't.
This call is originating from an Ohio correctional facility and may be recorded and monitored.
We were going to plead insanity, but the thing was they weren't asking me. The one lady asked me 2 things that happened that night. Because at the time I didn't remember anything. And honestly, I didn't. I don't remember anything. I just remember all I remembered was his brain hitting me in the face. That's all I remember. And they gave me 2 insanity tests. Maybe 3, because there was another guy with a tie on. But they kept on asking me what color popcorn was, what color Pepsi. They weren't asking me questions of what happened that night, because the point of insanity is to prove you were sane or insane that moment. You know what I mean?
Yeah. so when you did that, you got locked up. So I imagine you were like in maximum security prison.
No, I didn't go. No, I'm blessed. I went to jail and I didn't get a lot. I lost my mind. I was screaming and yelling. I was hearing voices all night. I was like in hell, Anthony. I was in hell. I went to jail 150, walked to prison 125 because I was so stressed out, and I stayed in my cell, and not because of the people. And the people was all right. Not the inmates. It wasn't them at all. It was me in my head, and I was going nuts. I thought I was going to the Illuminati Marine Corps, and it's weird. But I was in jail for single cells in Akron, Ohio, and for 17 months. And then I went to Lorraine, which is a holding jail where they process where you go in Ohio in the prison. And I was in the mental health unit, and they sent me to B8, which is here in Grafton next door. It's a mental health unit where people are like crazy. And then I got sent to the unit next door, B7. That's where I'm at now. It's a step-down program. And then eventually I'll go to Belmont, which I hope I don't. But yeah, no, I'm in a day camp. This is Grafton, Ohio. Yeah, look it up, man. It's laid back. It's just the COs fucking disappear once in a blue moon, just out of nowhere. Like, and they play guitar and all this other shit.
Do you have like a tablet over there?
This call is originating from an Ohio correctional facility and may be recorded and monitored.
You have a what?
Do you have a tablet?
A tablet? Yes, I have a tablet right here in my hand.
Do you pay for that, or they give it to you for free?
You buy a tablet, but GTL is taking over JPay. You ever heard of JPay and all that?
Yeah.
Oh, you heard of JPay.
Yeah.
Well, GTL is taking over JPay. But we have right now in my hand, I got a little JPay 5 mini, but they came out with big 6 ones, and then they gave us a GTL one, which it's not ours, but we can borrow while we're still in prison. But if we break it, we got paid $200.
Okay, so
but we do have our own tablets.
So, do people steal them or no?
No one steals in here. There's too many cameras. But and your name's on it too. When you press the power button, it says like my name right here. It says Nathan Moynihan. Last synced means I plugged it into JPay at 3/30/2022 at 6:43 p.m. And it says the time and everything. No, this person isn't like that. There's like a fight once in a blue moon and stuff like that. It's not. I'm blessed, honestly.
What can you do with your tablet?
You can play games on it. You can save into it. Like if I have numbers in it. You gotta put in a password though. Like you can play games. You can type on it and plug in when you're done typing on it. If you want to send that message out, you gotta plug it into the JPay. But like I have my store list on here. Like I owe this guy like 10 rices or whatever. You know what I mean? It's all mine, personal. Like the COs don't look at it or nothing. And like you can download, like if you get pictures or messages on JPay and you sync it in, you plug it into your tablet, it all transfers to your tablet.
You said if you owe a guy 10 rices, what the hell is that?
Oh, I have it down on my tablet. Like I owe this guy 10 white rices. I stored them out. Like I had borrowed 10 rices from this guy, or I borrowed like 5, but he put interest on it. Like I gotta give him 10 back, and I stored it.
Explain to me. So how does it work in terms of in prison? Like how you said, okay, so you're talking about like instant rice?
Yeah, instant rice. You put in water and put in the microwave.
All right, so you borrowed 5 servings of white rice.
Yes.
And so when you borrow this, he wants back his 5 plus another 5.
Yeah. Yep, on store day.
And what happens if you don't pay him back?
Well, I didn't get beat up, honestly.
But that doesn't happen though, right? Everybody's pretty honest. They pay what they pay.
Yeah. Yep, in here they are. Nobody really wants to leave this place. Well, don't get me wrong. There's people that do stupid shit here. You know what I mean? Because they do what they do because they come from different prisons and maybe they want to get high, and you can't get high here, so they fight somebody or they do stupid shit to get out and leave to a different prison. If you fuck up, you leave this prison. Not a lot of people want to leave this prison. You know what I mean?
Yeah. How much is white rice?
Well, I don't know how much it is singly, but maybe you're good at math. How much is rice? White rice? $92.
For
$1.92 a bag.
So wait.
Oh, $1.09 a bag. $1.09 a bag.
And you borrowed 5.
Yes. So I owe $8.60.
And then, so when you get paid, you got to pay him that. Okay, wow. How do you get money?
People put money on your books, like on JPay, but they got to be on your friends list.
Okay.
Or they put it on Cash App. You know, have you heard of Cash App?
Yeah, how do you get money?
I get my brother's mom. She puts money on my books once in a while. Once in a blue moon, she put money on my books.
So what's better for you, to get JPay or to get
Cash App.
It's better for you to get Cash App?
Yeah, because my buddy, like my sister, she can't put money on my books because she's not a friend of mine on Facebook. Well, not Facebook. What am I thinking? JPay. So she sends it to his Cash App, and he lets me go to the store.
Okay, well, what's your Cash App? I'll throw you a couple bucks for this for your time.
All right. Can you and on the message, can you put gift for Nate so he knows?
Gift for Nate. Okay.
Yes. Okay. Miss Oak Tree. Miss capital M. Yeah. MRS.
Okay.
Capital M. Oak Tree. Everything, and it's not spaced out. It's all together.
Okay, all one word.
Yes, and the M, the O, and the T is capitalized. 22. The number 22.
This call is originating from an Ohio correctional facility and may be recorded and monitored.
Yeah, how do you make money in prison?
I don't do anything, but you can. You mean to be honest?
No, I meant like, I didn't mean like illegal stuff. I meant like jobs. Like, do you have a job?
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I apologize. You work in the kitchen. You work in the kitchen. You work in the trash place. You work in the library.
Okay.
You work in the trash place. I used to work right now. I used to work in the kitchen before the corona came. I ain't gonna lie. Right now I'm not. I'm working on myself right now. I'm taking these groups, and my sisters, they're all for that. They said yes, do that first. You know what I mean? And then I'll go back to the kitchen. I was dumping, but they waste so much food here, Anthony. I was dumping trash onto the table and food, and I was taking all the trash out with my bare hands out of the food and spit and stuff. And you put the food in this big like garbage disposal.
What? I got a question. Do they feed you enough in there, or are you always hungry?
I'm a low guy. I starve myself sometimes because like I barely got money, but like the food's good. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, you hear a lot of people bitch, but no, food is good. It's good, and I'm not gonna lie. But I mean, I wish they gave us more, but I ain't gonna lie to you. I go in line like 3 or 4 times.
Wait, so you could eat as much as you want there?
No, you can't. That's what you have to scan your card. They give you an ID. And you gotta scan it when you first walk in, but sometimes, like today, I didn't for dinner because I forgot. I skipped lunch, especially lunch, so I walked through a couple times and ate double.
How did you do that?
Just walk through and act like you're brand new. Act like hopefully you don't get caught.
Okay, all right, I see what you're saying, and so it's considered a privilege to be where you're at.
Yeah, yes, by God, or whatever you believe in, Anthony. I believe in aliens, but whoever's higher power, they put me here, and I'm grateful.
What kind of music do you listen to?
Have 1 minute remaining.
Listen to rock and rap. I love the old school rock like AC/DC, Leonard Skinner.
This call is originating from an Ohio correctional facility and may be recorded and monitored.
Listen, lately I've been listening to Korn. You know Korn, right?
Yeah.
I listen to Captain Screwed Korn to my bunkie. My bunkie and me, he's 60 years old, but he's been trying to bully me, and I threw him around the other day, and guess what? He's nice to me now. He says please and thank you. He don't push my TV over. He don't do anything rude no more.
How much is a TV there?
How much is a TV? Like you get a flat screen for $225. Your people buy it. You get $225, but my friend gave me one for free.
Oh, they're allowed to do that? Like when they leave prison, they can leave it to somebody?
No, you have to leave it with the sergeant, and then it's called a loaner TV, but my friend just gave me one, and my other friend gave me a title. So I got blessed. Like, I'm a lucky guy. I think all the good things I've ever done in my life, I'm getting into it now. You know what I mean?
Thank you for using GTL.